I trip, I go to the hole with a rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
I'm a we done it. What up, though? Welcome to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm Eazy. Hello, Spin Mo Rats, Young Chris, JB Smooth. Smash that like button. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. We appreciate you guys. As you know, the like button does help out the algorithm as well as those audio reviews too, guys. 5 stars.
5 star.
5 stars. What's up? You were all peppy. Now you're just drained out of you.
Huh?
What's wrong?
Nothing.
I love you.
Love you too.
Smash the like button for spinning, my boy. All right, does this cheer you up? Hidden hooker. I probably should save that one. I probably should save it. We'll save it a little bit. How about this? Red Wings on a 3-game winning streak.
Yep.
One of them being against the Boston Brewers.
Bruins.
Best team in the league.
Yeah.
Where were they at? I haven't been watching.
They're playing well. They're going out there making plays, so you like to see that. The offense is buzzing. They're getting some quality goaltending. The Lions stepped up in the past couple times he's been in net, so that's good to watch. You know, Reimer might be out of a home now that Lions stepping up and making plays. He looks like he's going to be the legitimate backup goaltender going forward, so you like to see that. Yeah, Wings are playing well. Boys are buzzing.
How'd you guys enjoy your Lions-free Sunday?
I didn't do much. I literally I woke up at like 2.
Did you get some red zone action in? You
No.
woke up at 2?
Yeah.
Damn, what'd you do Saturday?
Nothing.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I went to bed at like 11.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes.
No matter how much I sleep now, I still wake up tired.
Might have a, what did my doctor say?
Huh.
Thyroid.
Thyroid?
issue.
Nah, I don't think so.
Could be.
Because I be sleeping good, but I still just wake up tired.
That's what he says. Like, if you're tired, weight gain. If your beard's not connecting.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, your beard kind of
Could
connects.
be a thing.
Could be a thing. They all tie together. What'd you think of the, I have actually 2 questions for you. And I apologize I'm putting you on the spot with all these things, but I enjoyed my Lions-free Sunday. That Bills-Eagles game, phenomenal. That shit was amazing. That kicker, 59 yards in the rain.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Holy shit.
It was a great game. It was fun to watch. Jake Elliott, he told me to drop him and pick up Riley Patterson.
Well, dude,
Riley Patterson got me a -1 this week.
Oh. Damn, did he really?
Yeah.
I didn't remember you missed anything.
He missed the extra point.
I'm so sorry for that. You can blame golf on that maybe too. A little bit. I feel really bad about that. But it makes sense though. You want an indoor kicker. Either way, I enjoyed my Lions-free Sunday. I do want to ask you this. Obviously, we're talking about the Michigan versus Ohio State stuff. Michigan fans, I got your DMs. I get it. You guys won. Congratulations. I didn't know what to expect with Sharon Moore there, but before then, actually, fuck it. Let's get out the way. Michigan, Ohio State. What do you take away from that thing?
Well, Michigan won. I mean, what else can your takeaways be? They went out there, they played a better game. It was tough, down to the wire. They made the interception at the end of the game to seal it. I was at the gym, but I stopped and watched that last drive.
Was your brother still in town, or?
Yeah.
You didn't watch it with him?
No, he's not a Michigan guy.
Oh.
He was in East Lansing visiting his fiance's parents, but it was it was a good game. They went out there, both played tough games, and Michigan did what they needed to do to get away with a win. So hats off to them.
What'd you guys make of the Will Johnson v. Marvin Harrison Jr. matchup? Obviously, Will Johnson got hurt. Marvin Harrison Jr. took over from then on. But got that one pick.
Yeah,
he might be legit.
Will Johnson's good. Yeah, he's a great player. And I didn't hear about the extent of his injury. I just saw him on the sidelines
he's gonna be all right
for the fourth quarter, and so that was a little worrisome for Michigan fans, I'm sure. But no, he was playing well. He's giving Marvin all he's got.
Ryan Day, is it?
He's cooked.
You think so?
Yeah, he should be cooked.
It's weird because like I get it. Like on one hand, I get it. Like that, like you're hired to beat Michigan. That's like an embarrassment on the Ohio State programs if you lose to Michigan because they've been dominant over them in our like lifespan at least. I know like the all-time record has Michigan above them, but Michigan like one of the first like football programs, legit football programs, and the
pretty
history
sure
of
Ohio
everything.
State won 8 in a row. I think it was.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was.
But no, Michigan got 3 in a row.
Michigan's got 3 in a row. Yeah.
And the same. I will say this though. I don't know if it's like more of a coaching thing or like talent switching around, obviously, because Michigan beat the shit out of them the one year, but it was closer than normal. I'd say that. Like,
yeah. For sure. I mean, it definitely played a factor that Harbaugh wasn't on the sideline, but I just think we'll see what happens at the college football playoff. I mean, they're going to destroy Iowa. Iowa's a terrible football team, so they're going to destroy them in the Big Ten championship. But we'll see what happens, who they get in the playoff, and what that matchup looks like.
Yeah, that's what it is for college football for me. Like, in the beginning of the year, we kind of knew this was a situation. I mean, obviously, I thought Ohio State would win this game against Michigan because of the game in Maryland, but obviously not. Michigan prevailed. Shout out to Sherrod Moore. Actually called like a hell of a game. He had that one fake halfback, the fake run, but it ended up being a pass.
Yeah.
I thought that was beautiful. No, credit to Sherrod Moore and Michigan. I am this will be a third time now in the playoff, right? 3 years in a row.
Yep.
Hopefully, do something. I'm not, and I don't mean it in a negative way either. This is what it is at Big Ten football. Like, Ohio State's been the only guys to make it out and like do something with it. And that was with the third string quarterback, Cordell Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Patterson or
12 gauge?
Yeah, hell of a nickname.
Yeah.
He fucked up not coming out to the draft that year.
Yeah, he did.
Went back, fucked his whole stock up. But I want to ask you this, because some people were making fun of it. It was announced before the Michigan-Ohio State game, knowing that would be the news of everything. But Michigan State hired their new head coach, John Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Rapist of Pocahontas. Josh Gideon to Pocahontas.
Yeah.
What do you make of that hire? You're a Michigan State guy.
It's a good hire. It's a good hire. You know, he won Coach of the Year in his division. He's a guy that literally brought Oregon State back from nothing, created a program there, created a good program there, a winning program. So hopefully he can do the same with Michigan State. I mean, I'm sure they vetted him well and went through all their P's and Q's and made sure that he was the right hire. So I think it's a great hire for Michigan State, and I'm looking forward to see what he can do with the Spartans.
Real quick, too, a comment from Dom. It says, do y'all think Ohio State played that good to keep it close, or should Michigan fans be worried it was even that close? I guess that's more of a question, like, what do you think of the Ohio State football program?
I think, Ohio State's got a good defense. They're out there making plays, flying around the field, but Michigan fans should be a little worried. They're definitely going to be better now that Harbaugh's going to be back on the sidelines, so that's a big thing they don't have to worry about anymore. But losing Zach Zinter is a pretty big blow. You know, he's an All-American.
That's
huge. It was an ugly, ugly injury. So, prayers for him. Hopefully everything goes well with him and he still gets drafted, pretty high in the NFL draft because he's a fantastic talent. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, they're going to absolutely steamroll Iowa. Iowa's a terrible football team. Michigan State almost beat Iowa this year, so they don't have anything to worry about with them. But we'll see who their draw is in the college football playoff.
I definitely forgot about the Zach Zinter injury. That is brutal. Was there any official update on what that was? JB, did you Zach Zinter?
He broke both bones in his leg, his tibia and his fibula.
Wow. That is horrible.
Yeah, his
mom posted on Instagram about everything that happened, and I think she posted a picture of him after the surgery too. So.
Yeah, his foot was dangling, and they had to hold his foot up because both bones were snapped.
I was watching the game with a Ohio State fan who actually cheered when that injury happened.
That's fucked.
That was fucked. Either way, I guess again for the Michigan stuff, I think you guys should be nervous going against any SEC team. Any team outside the Big Ten, really, because you guys you don't face too much competition, like actual competition outside the conference when you do schedule it. So obviously there's that, but I will say there's probably should be some confidence in J.J. McCarthy. He was dotting it up. He had a really good game.
Yeah,
it's like they save him passing for the Ohio State game every year. Yeah,
he went out there. He played a good game. He was moving the ball around. I think they should be worried because I don't think anybody in the country wants to see Bo Nix or Michael Penix right now. Like those guys are on a tear.
Yeah.
So I think every defense should be worried about those two guys. Even Jaden Daniels, if LSU somehow wins the SEC, squeaks in or something. But
yeah.
All right, Bo Nix or Michael Penix would be a tough matchup against that Michigan defense.
Yeah. Again, real quick, I guess my comment on the John Smith hiring, boringest fucking name ever. But I do think he's a good coach. I think Oregon State, the way I look at college football, you like the have and have-nots. The teams that fucking matter and the teams that don't. And I don't mean to throw F word in there, but that's why I don't really give shit too much to watch. Oregon State's one of those teams you don't really give too much of a shit to watch. The fact that he has 3 consecutive winning seasons with those guys now, turn them around to, like you said, a winning program, that is commendable. I think that's something you can respect. And the fact that he fired the entirety of the previous staff, I think is also a good sign because I don't think they were as.
That is the best thing to come out of this weekend is that Jay Johnson will never call another play for my football team.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Jay Johnson. Rest in peace. Rest in piss. You are the worst, the absolute worst football coach at any level of football in the country. You
Damn.
suck. You don't deserve to get a job anywhere else. You are god-awful. Have fun in the MAC or whatever the hell you're going to go. If you can get a job in college football again, you hack. Fucking awful.
Damn.
All right. Jay
Check it
Johnson,
out.
check it out. R.I.P.
Rest in piss.
Rest in piss, Jay Johnson.
Piss on his grave. I piss on his bitch. I piss in his face.
At some point, I got to send Chris a video of the, I think it's Antoine Walker, or from Belleville. Was it Antoine Walker
Snag.
Jr.? Bro, this nastiest interception
Snag
of
of
the
the
year.
year.
That was filthy. I'll definitely get Chris that at some point to play. Because shout out to Belleville and shout out to Southfield for putting on for just Michigan football. I love that. So I definitely want to shout those guys out. Also, Detroit Lions, I've been complaining for just some depth. Not necessarily like a star. I mean, somebody in the secondary that's not Will Harris to start on the outside if anything were to happen. Marcus Peters had a pick 6 against Jared Goff in his game here in Detroit. He's recently released by the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, no, Raiders.
Raiders, I apologize.
Raiders, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it was the Ravens last year. Any thoughts on that, though?
I mean, it's a solid veteran piece. It's good depth. It would be nice to add that because, like you said, if I know a lot of you were dogging Jerry past couple weeks, but if you bring in a piece like that, it definitely shores up that cornerback position in case of an injury. So,
yeah, allegedly he was let go because of some lack of effort he showed on a certain amount of plays.
yeah, he's not coming to Detroit then.
That's what I was saying too. But at the same time, I mean, I guess.
Marcus Peters going 30% on the field is still better than Will Harris.
Thank you. I 1,000,000% agree. And you know what too? I feel like I think he's more than likely probably gonna go to Baltimore again because they're thriving right now too. By the way, Texans claimed was it Shaq Barrett that's out there floating around from the Eagles?
Texans?
Yeah. Texans
Oh,
went-
Barnett.
Shaq
Yeah.
Barnett. I apologize. Yeah, they went and got him. The Cowboys are obviously looking to get Shaq Leonard.
Yeah.
I apologize for mixing those names up there. I mean, obviously would be down for Marcus Peters, but this is Detroit Lions, Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, they believe in the vibe. And,
Vibe. How about those vibes?
if the rumors are true, he was let go for his efforts, then
Vibe.
probably not vibing with us, man.
Vibing, bro. We're vibing. Yeah. Beat the Eagles with the vibes.
The fucking vibes,
Beat the
dude.
Niners with the vibes.
Getting to the quarterback off the vibes, bro. We'll get there, man. We got a lot of Detroit Lions talk to. Obviously, Dan Campbell spoke with me today, breaking down a lot of his stuff, including the Hendon Hooker stuff that I teased to begin the show. But we'll talk about that when we get back. But first, I gotta tell you to tell Spinny about Big Boy.
Wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the veal parmesan or the new Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl. How about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. The classic lumberjack or Santa Fe Garden. Also, the new apple pie hotcakes that are too good to miss. Top it all off with new gingerbread shake for dessert. All that and more at Big Boy.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equipment Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Woodward Sports own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White and Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Shop your home and auto insurance with the best. That's Mark with Swiss Insurance. Contact him at 248-800-4177 or email him at mark@swissins.com. That's mark@swissins.com. Buongiorno.
Arrivederci.
Welcome back. And I'm black. And I'm fat. Something like that. I was going to say something real sus because it rhymed. But then I declined. I am Eazy. That's been my racks. We got Chris JB in the back. Trying to wake Spinny up. Trying to wake Spinny up. What time did you wake up today?
9 o'clock.
On the dot. On the dot.
In the streets.
Yeah, dude, you got your thyroid checked out.
I can't get my thyroid checked out. I don't got health insurance.
Hey.
Easy's gaslighting your thyroid.
It's your thyroid, bro.
Fam, I'm just saying. Get Obamacare, whatever.
I think I'm
whatever
just
it is.
depressed.
Well, Spinny. We'll
Now
save that
that-
for the last segment of the show. Are you, all right, how about this?
Hurrah, goodbye to everybody. Live on air. Kurt Cobain.
Jesus, that's. Does Cindy Hooker cheer you up?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That doesn't sound convincing.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell spoke with the media today. I didn't clip this part. Well, I did, but I actually didn't send it in. But he was kind of like trying to hide it, but he also sounded like really excited. And I don't think it's like for the golf gobblers. I don't want you guys to get worried at all. I don't think it's for any reason that he's going to replace golf anytime soon. I don't think he'd jump into the number 2 spot. That'd be literally insane. He hasn't taken a snap. But I think he's just finally excited to see like what they have in him, because they've had him in like workouts and whatever, but they can't like by NFL law can't practice him until he's on the official roster.
Yeah.
I think Dan Campbell's finally excited to see what they got in him.
Yeah, I think they are excited to get him out there to coach him up a little bit, see what he's working with. Give him some work with the wide receivers on the team, give him some work with Ben Johnson. Kind of pick apart what they want him to improve on, what he brings to the table, and it's good. Start the clock, get him in there, get some things going. So I'm excited for that.
I'm excited too, man. I know like we're not gonna be able to see the practices, not like training camp where it's open to like fans and media, but Dan Campbell is a guy who he can't really hide like his true emotion on a topic or matter. Maybe whether he's like a little bit pissed off, a little bit snippy, whether he's excited, whether he wants to fucking cry. He's literally cried in the middle of these press conferences. So I know whatever does come of like the early reps of practice, we'll get a feeling if somebody asks him, his excitement level is gonna tell. You know what I'm saying? And I get to tell you, excited to get this guy in the field. I watched something with Mike March from 33rd Team, just like a little something. I didn't get to finish it. I was back there with Chris making some NBA bets, which we're talking Detroit Pistons Super Bowl later on the show. But
We're here.
we're here, baby.
We
we're
made
here.
it. We
Baby,
made
we
it.
made it. Are you with me now?
Yes, we made it. I can't say the first part.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say it?
Yeah.
Did I say it?
Yeah.
I dropped the N-bomb just now?
Yes.
Fuck, that's automatic. Did I do that,
Yeah,
Jay?
you said it.
Fuck.
Is that not good?
Nah, I try not to say it.
Say it
it's part of
again.
the song. Do it again.
Fucking dance.
Say it one more time. Either way, JG, I'm pretty excited for. I'm sorry.
You know what? I'll say it with you.
Yeah. We'll say it on 3.
On 3.
2 Cam.
If the Lions, by the way, these fucking Eagles, man, just keep on winning.
Yeah.
We're looking at their schedule, we're talking all this shit, like, yeah, like.
They
ooh,
should
got a
call them the
tough
Phoenixes because they can't die.
Is that from something?
No, it's just from the rotting mind of Spencer Ashton. No, I think it is impressive. They're going through a murderer's row right now. They just beat the Chiefs. They come off the win to the Bills. I think they play the Seahawks next or the Cowboys. They got a tough schedule, but man, it looks like they're just taking your best punch and then punching you harder, man. Jalen Hurts, the guy is impressive. Obviously, Jake Elliott with that 60-yard boot through the rain was extremely impressive. It's tough, man. It's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough. It's tough when you see a team like that go out there and have a ton of success when you're trying to grasp at their coattails. You were hoping for contention for the number 1 seed in the conference, but now it's looking like that's
Yeah, no, man.
now it's looking like that's a shit show.
And the only reason it comes up during like the Hendon Hooker segment is the fact that like I felt the Detroit Lions were able to lock up the number 1 or number 2 seed. Even if it be a division game, we might get a little taste of that Hooker action. Mm-hmm. See what that Hooker was about.
I like a little hooker.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's a big hooker, too.
He's a big hooker.
I think what's got me more excited is, like, following Jared Goff's, I don't want to say demise, but, you know, the rough patch there. They started playing the highlights.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike Martz, too, is like he used to be offensive coordinator here. Was what we won, like 7 games with John Kitna as our quarterback. Like, Mike Martz, in my eyes, will always, and also part of the greatest show on turf, will always be like an offensive genius. And I always value his opinion when it comes to, like, offensive players, especially that of the quarterback. Again, this is a guy who made John Kitna. We thought we were going to the playoffs with John Kitna at quarterback. What a fucking time to be alive.
Pretty crazy.
Mike Fury was a fucking receiver.
Now we're going to the playoffs with Jared Goff at quarterback. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive, baby.
No, I don't think this is. Obviously, Goff's not going to lose his job.
No, he's not losing the job.
Hooker's not going to get any real run on the field, but it's good to see him getting activated. Hopefully, get out there with the team, with the coaching staff, see what the kids got. I like to see that. They're obviously excited about him, so glad he can finally come together with the organization and learn, truthfully learn under the tutelage of a Ben Johnson and a Jared Goff.
Yeah. That's the other thing, too, is, like, I know that obviously everybody should know he's more mobile in the pocket than Jared Goff.
Oh, no shit.
But, like, I think the beautiful thing of learning.
Grandma's more mobile in the pocket.
I think the beautiful thing of having a Jared Goff as your mentor, though, is you do learn to, like, play by the rules a bit more, like play like by the book, like through your reads, like be a real good guy to daughters and a hard worker.
Get those vibes, bro.
But no, that ass, like, you learn, like, the true quarterback position. And not that Hendon Hooker wasn't doing that before. For Christ's sake, he was a Heisman candidate. And to the age thing, you're the one who made this new information to me. Shout out to you when you burned Neil the other day. Russell Wilson, 25 years old.
Yeah.
When he entered the NFL.
Yeah, Russell Wilson took a lot of time in college. He obviously went from NC State to Wisconsin, and he wasn't the spring chicken when he started his career in the NFL. But I expect, like I said, you're not going to see Hooker unless it's the last game of the year and they got everything wrapped up and nothing to play for. But he can learn a lot from Jared Goff. There's a lot that he can learn about being a professional, being in the NFL, what it takes to keep your body right for a grueling season, what it takes to read a defense, how to kind of form a bond with these receivers, get tight, get close with these guys. So there's a lot that he can learn from being under Jared Goff for however long that's going to be. So I'm happy they're activating him soon. Hopefully this week is what Dan Campbell said, possibly this week. So that'll be good for him. That'll be good for his development. And it'll be good for the team. Yeah, man, I think Jared Goff's like the perfect guy to learn under. Like, as much as you guys think I hate him, he does play the game the right way. I think if you're a coach that likes to be I guess dictative of what goes on in complete control of things, like, Jared Goff's your guy because he's going to do what you say. And I think if you want to be coachable, that's the type of veteran you want to have. Yeah. Especially the guy who's as unlimited as Hooker is, athletically. You know what I'm saying? Jared Goff's not going to have the attitude that Ryan Tannehill did, where he was like, it's not my job to teach him shit, that's just a dick move. Jared Goff's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good quarterback. Great guy. He's been a pro for a long time, and I'm sure he's going to take Hendon under his wing if he hasn't already, and show him some of the ropes about being a professional, being a quarterback in the NFL, and what it takes to play at the highest level for an extended period of time. And again, to people shitting on the age thing, it's like, again, Russell Wilson, guy came in, he won a Super Bowl, went to another Super Bowl, could have won another one had Pete Carroll not made, quite honestly, the worst call in Super Bowl history. Is that fair to say? Yeah, by far. You had fucking March. That is by far the worst call in Super Bowl history. Fucking insane. Still doesn't regret it, which I kind of respect in a way. It's a stubbornness in me. It takes one to recognize one. Realness. Jay, what do you think of the Hendon Hooker being activated hopefully this week?
I mean, it's good news, at least somewhat good news, especially with all these releases that are happening right now that everyone's saying eyeing the Lions to pick up, but we all know that's not going to happen. But it's good to see that he could be activated and at least, get some run time, probably towards the end of the season, tail end of the season. But it's nice to know that we have a suitable backup that's willing and ready to take over if need be. God forbid anything happen to Goff. But yeah, it's nice to see that he's learning and he's ready to go.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking pumped up for it, man. Chris, you got anything on Hendon Hooker?
Yeah, I think like you guys said, it's going to be very valuable for Hendon Hooker to learn from somebody and watch and see every day how someone so limited can play at the quarterback position in Jared Goff. I think he's going to look at that, and that's going to be huge inspiration. He's going to be like, if that guy can do it, I can do it.
That's facts. Josh Sixberry says, everybody blames Pete Carroll, but Russ threw the pass. should never even call the pass.
Yeah.
Ball should not have been going through there.
Like
You hand the ball off
you
to
have
Marshawn Lynch
Lynch.
4 times.
I'm pretty sure he had like 2 like big runs like leading into that like situation too.
Even all the players on the offense were like, what?
Yeah, like you fucking with us?
Yeah, like, what? You give the ball to Marshawn, you win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Even if like you don't like just
I'm cool with it. My boy Tommy B got another chip because of
Yeah.
it. So.
wasn't that first down too?
Yes.
Like that's the other thing too is like bro, just run twice or once and
3
like
times.
fake a run.
Run
Yeah.
4 times. I would run the ball 4 times.
I honestly, there's nothing. I would have no issue with that.
Yeah.
Like I think everybody. I think I've heard actually. I think it was Richard Sherman or Marshawn. No, I think it was Sherman. It was like, I would have had rather lost that game, Marshawn not getting in there on the goal line,
Yeah.
than that had been the situation.
Richard
that
Sherman's
played out.
face on the sideline.
Oh yeah, dude.
Fucking just pure disgust.
Steve-O,
That's terrible.
I think it was Steve-O Baby asked if we think that DeAndre Swift is a difference maker for the Eagles. I think so. Yeah. I've been saying it all since the offseason when he went there. I told you guys fantasy wise, grab him. He's a dog. When healthy, he's a dog. I don't think you discredit that from DeAndre Swift. I don't know because he's playing for his hometown team or he feels a little bit more possibilities of winning a Super Bowl over there, but he's stayed healthy and he's been a pivotal piece for those guys. Even last night, I think he had a clutch 3rd or 4th down game for him. A little grab from Hurts and he took it in for a first down.
Yeah.
So, actually, no, I had just a first down. So I think Swift is a difference maker for them. Not like Miles Sanders, who...
Got Duke Staley fired.
yeah, people also saying Frank Wright be a great mentor for Hendon Hooker. We're going to talk about that coming up next because it's circulating again that the Panthers are eyeing Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson burned my crops. Ben
did.
Johnson gives dating advice to Josh Giddey. Let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's. Come into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right, no expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Feldman is the #1 Chevy dealer in all of Michigan. They got 18 locations across the great state. Find one in your backyard by visiting FeldmanAuto.com. They got the best car buying experience in the game. And check out Woodward Sports. They're live every other Monday for Feldman and Novi. Hey!
Hi.
How you doing there?
How you doing? Howdy, neighbor.
Ethan, we made it. Welcome back to What Would I Win? I'm your boy Eazy. Espin Morax, Chris, JB Smooth. Smash that like button. We appreciate you guys if you could. Helps out the algorithm. Helps guys find us and find Woodward Sports and the rest of the shows we got going on. But the Carolina Panthers fired Frank Wright. Only 11 games into the tenure. He's shorter career span than Urban Meyer in Jacksonville.
Is it?
Yeah, I guess the shortest one since like 1978.
What's their owner's name?
David Tepper.
David Tepper is an idiot.
I know an owner just like David Tepper.
Me too.
I want the best in the world. Here's 32 cents in 4 months to get it done. Like,
yep.
It's never going to work that way.
No.
Especially in the NFL. And by all means, like, these guys, the word spread out that they wanted C.J. Stroud in the draft.
Yeah, they fired Josh McCown too.
Yeah, Josh McCown. Duke Staley's gone.
Yeah. Maybe
we see him back here. I don't think he makes a big difference maker either way. I like his energy on the sideline, obviously, but Yeah, dude, that was crazy. Actually, we have the video. You have the video of them talking to C.J. Stroud.
Do I have the
Literally
video?
told him, like, I can't wait till you get down here. We're gonna play some pickup ball when you're in Carolina. And then obviously, I don't know if it was the GM or David Tepper.
Done it well, bro. That was great.
I'll be there, I think, 17th.
Let's see.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys for telling me. It means a lot. So, all right, Coach. Appreciate you.
See ya. We'll find a court. Play some horses.
It's right here. Come on.
Okay. Well,
How
no,
long you
maybe,
got? I got to do a
maybe
little
Charlotte.
meeting.
We'll find a court. All right. See you, buddy.
Now I'm going to take his money.
So that's some talk. We'll find a court. Talking about playing some horse, whatever. Once he moves to Carolina, obviously the coaching staff wanted C.J. Stroud, who looks like a stud, by the way.
Looks very good.
Instead, I don't know if it's a GM's move or David Tepper's move. I'm assuming it's David Tepper because he's quite clearly impatient, wants things right now. Made quite honestly, and I don't mean this in disrespect to Bryce Young, but like one of the worst moves.
Yeah, you don't draft a 5'2" quarterback number 1 overall. Like, if you're going to get a 5'1" quarterback, it should be a guy that you take a shot on. Like, 5-foot quarterbacks don't work out too well in the NFL. So if you have a 4'11" guy leading your team, you know you're gonna have to give that 4'10" quarterback some protection. And they haven't been able to do it. And he's been looking like a 4'9" guy out there running around. So
shorter and shorter.
I feel bad. I feel bad for Bryce Young because it's not really his fault either. But yeah, I feel bad for Frank Reich, man. It's David Tepper is a terrible owner.
Yeah.
He obviously doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and he's blaming people that know what they're doing, and he's putting them in bad situations. That'll never work. If you're the owner of everything, and you think you know everything, you think you know the way to do it, and you're firing people that you put in the situation that know more than you about it, you're firing them because they don't get it done how you want it done, it'll never work, and nobody will ever respect you. So David Tepper, he's just, he's falling apart, and the Panthers are falling apart, and they traded away their first-round pick already next year, so there's no really hope of them getting that much better.
That's the crazy part too, bro. You fucked yourself.
Yeah.
You could have had, if you were to be bad another year, if you had missed out on CJ and Young, you could have had the prized possession of the past, like, I mean, probably since Trevor Lawrence, I do like Trevor Lawrence a lot, but Caleb Williams, he's supposed to be him.
Imagine if Sheila Ford
You could have got that just from being number 1.
Imagine if she fired Dan Campbell after their struggle last year.
People wanted it.
Instead of her coming out there, facing the media and saying, no, I believe in these guys. I put them in place for a reason. I know what they're cooking up. Just abandoning them, firing them. They have families they're trying to take care of, and you let them go because you don't believe in the way that they do things.
That's the other thing too, is like it's become more custom. I think it is more custom around the league to, like, if you are going to fire a coach, it's okay to make that decision during the season. Like, okay, I'm probably going to fire this guy, but you typically do it like after the season as like respect thing, because again, like you said, these people have families and stuff like that. On top of the fact that, like you said, bad owners, they want to force decisions rather than allowing the people who do the day-to-day like actions, who know what the fuck's going on, who have an idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
Rather than them make decisions, they kind of just want to butt in because, and I get it, it's their capital, but what do you want at the end of the day? You want like a good product here, or do you want shit? You want to be elite, or do you want to be a fucking free-for-all fuck fest? I don't even know what you call it.
Yeah, and that's what the Panthers are right now. And Ben Johnson's not walking into that. I am not worried about losing Ben Johnson to this shit organization with shit ownership. Like, it's not going to happen. An organization that is poorly run from the top down will never get premier talent. We'll never get premier guys to come over there and be like, yeah, I want to be a part of that, because everybody thinks you're a joke. So Ben Johnson's not going to be involved with the Carolina Panthers. I see him. The jobs that I would worry about losing Ben Johnson to are, I don't know, the Los Angeles Chargers job that's going to be open, the Buffalo Bills job that's probably going to be open.
Yeah.
Like, there are a couple out there that are definitely more enticing than the Carolina Panthers. When there's shitty ownership, it's your performance on the field, your employees' attitudes, they are a reflection of the ownership.
Attitude reflect leadership.
Yeah. So,
quote, remember the Titans.
David Tepper's a joke, and he ruined it. Ben Johnson's not going to the Panthers. Not a chance.
So that's what I was going to say, too, because last year, by the way, so the reports already floated right as soon as like the Frank Reich firing went down. Tom Pelissero tweeted out that they were very, very, very high on Ben Johnson, which we knew. It almost felt like he was a lock to go there, which was kind of reported like throughout the offseason, and then Ben Johnson decided to come back. I have a peculiar feeling that somebody gave him the heads up about David Tepper. and I was like, look, man, like obviously this would be a great opportunity to start your career, get your name out there, obviously put the head coach in your resume, make a lot of money, but this ain't the guy. Like, this ain't where you want to do it. You're only going to rub your name in dirt going through it this way. Especially, again, you have an offensive genius like Ben Johnson. By the way, too, Frank Reich, I think, is a respectable, for sure, quarterback coach. And whoever commented about him helping Hendon Hooker or coming here at some point, I would definitely be down for that. But, like, he was somewhat respectable. At least I thought he would do some good things. You never gave him time to do it. And he also forced his hand in choosing a quarterback that he didn't want in the first place. I feel like that's the same scenario that happened to Ben Johnson, or it was kind of explained to Ben Johnson while he was doing his interview situation with them, and he just knew better.
Yeah.
Somebody gave him the heads up and was like, look, man, it's not the place to go. And I know Tom Pelissero reported it out again today. I know Dave Tepper is one of the richest owners in the NFL. But I hope, I have a feeling obviously Ben's going to leave, but I hope it's definitely not there for his sake.
He's not going to the Panthers. Yeah. I would be extremely surprised if he goes to the Panthers. Like I said, this guy Ben Johnson is one of the hottest commodities when it comes to head coaching vacancy in the NFL. He's going to have a lot of options to choose from if he does decide to go that route. The Panthers are not a route anybody wants to take. The Panthers are full of burned bridges, terrible ownership, terrible leadership. It's just a bad situation that everybody's going to be running away from pretty soon. You're going to see guys leaving the Panthers, guys that you thought would be a part of the Panthers for the long run, guys who brought a lot to the plate for the Panthers and did a lot. Anything that was asked of them, you're going to see them leaving because of the ownership.
Yeah. And shout out to Zacor, one of our favorite commenters too. He says, Young doesn't even have a number 3 receiver situation is garbage. Yeah. That's facts. That's a part of it too. Is like
their offensive line shit too.
I'm sorry, he finished it. GM should go as well. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Like, you're number 1 receiver. All due respect to Adam Thielen, he had his day. He's good, and he's like the one option there now. Is Adam Thielen right now? Yeah. Like a 36, 34, however old he is.
I just pictured David Tepper as like a bad management group from like a retail store to where like all of his employees are asking him what's going on. He's like, here's a pizza party. He's like buying him tacos or something to make him feel better. Like, it's just
that's facts.
The Panthers are a shit show right now, and I highly doubt that Ben Johnson leaves the Lions to go there. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he left the Lions.
No first-round pick.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he left the Lions, but there are a lot better situations where he's going to be at the top of the list than the Carolina Panthers.
But I thought it was such a clown show. And again, I just know it's coming from Tepper because it's so like erratic and just out of nowhere. It's like it's not. I mean, we know, but like. The middle of the season, they wanted to trade for number 1 wide receiver. Bro, you had DJ Moore on this fucking team. Well, like, what do you now? You want to trade for a number 1 wide receiver? You had an off season. You paid Miles Sanders of all like running backs
and Adam Thielen, 40-year-old Adam Thielen. Oh, he'll help our 5'7" quarterback. He'll help our 4'8" quarterback. Like, no, you need to get some playmakers in there, and you need to get an offensive line if you expect a 4'6" quarterback to go out there and be a guy that'll carry a team.
I'm looking at Miles Sanders' cap hit right now too because I am curious. Because there are like I know people think I'm a Jared Goff hater, which honestly I'll come out right now. I was never like the biggest fan of him coming out of the draft and
no,
even in LA.
Get out of here.
I've always thought he was kind of but I'm just that way about certain players. The same thing with like Derek Carr. Like Adam, Jeff, and I were not beefing, but like we had like a morning Woodward like argument over fucking Derek Carr being MVP 2 years ago. I was like, what are we fucking doing right now? Derek Carr MVP. They also want to make what's his name coach of the year. But Miles Sanders is one of those guys I've always been like mid, huh?
Yeah, Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien was one too. But Miles Sanders to me has always been like the middest of mid. Has had like the best offensive lines. It still produced like to a mid level, elite tier mid, I guess if you want to put it there. Yeah. And then you go and pay
upper tier mid.
Yeah, upper tier mid, and that's who you paid to go and be your. I just that's a shit show. I don't think Ben Johnson's going there.
No. 2.55 cap hit.
Yeah. So
why
2.5. Yeah.
Why would he go there? When any job in the NFL is going to be calling Ben Johnson and asking him for an interview? Why would he go to where there's terrible ownership? They don't have any prospects of playmakers going forward, and they don't have a first-round pick this year.
Yeah. And by the way, too, there's the comment there I wanted to read. I don't think what's his name is far behind either. The Raiders owner. They're like Josh McDaniels, a stupid hire as well. Like, what are you? You knew
it didn't work.
What the fuck you're gonna get? Yeah. What the fuck are you doing?
Bill Belichick tree is full of rotten apples.
I guess he would be the quickest since before 1978 though, because Josh McDaniels got fired before him. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's not year one. Okay. It was the fastest year one fire. Yeah. Josh McDaniels.
I thought Urban was fired like 6 games into the season.
That's what I thought so too. Must have made it further than we thought.
Him just kicking punters and calling them F words.
Wild.
This shit's awesome, dude.
By the way, his former strength and conditioning coach that was with the Jacksonville Jaguars until he got exposed for like beating his wife and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, he's on Twitter talking reckless.
Fuck yeah.
Like talking to fans, I'm like meeting up and beating their ass and shit. I'm like, dude what the fuck is about? This guy's wild.
Bro, that's what Urban is, man. He covered up for murders like Florida. Like, what do you expect?
That is
Urban Meyer Gate in the NFL is my second favorite NFL like controversy behind Bounty Gate. Bounty Gate's the coolest. I don't care what anybody says. Bounty Gate's some fucking savage shit.
That is.
20 grand for whoever takes Favre out of the game. That's fucking badass, dude.
Yeah, it feels like the more clean. It's not, obviously it's dirty, but it was clean. Like it was football,
not clean. No, it was terrible. It's an awful thing, but it's pretty bad. But he's pretty badass.
But Florida was like murdering people.
Oh yeah, Florida.
Bill Belichick's like recording practices and shit.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that one at least was in the game of football. It's like, hey, if you have a good game and hurt this guy, because you want to do. I mean, you don't want to hurt him, but you want to fuck him up.
Bounty Gate was wild.
So Urban lasted 11 months, 13 games for the Jags.
Wow, 13, huh?
And Frank Wright.
11 games.
11 games. By the way, if Ben did leave, would you want him as an offensive coordinator? Would you be open to that?
Frank Reich?
Yeah. He won a Super Bowl with
with
Nick Foles.
Yeah, that's true. He's a good quarterback whisperer.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a bad decision.
I would like it. You think Deuce Staley comes back?
Probably not.
All right. I got to tell you guys about Fairway Pack Company. For over 60 years, Michigan's finest hotels, restaurants, casinos have been visiting Fairway Pack Company for that meat. They got prime Wagyu meat, tri-H meat. I don't know if you made a face or not. Look like you did. Give them a call at 313-332-5114 or visit them at fairwaypacking.com or stop at Grosse Point for grab-and-go steaks.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune in to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Now, how would you like to win a $100,000 Vegas getaway? You can take your closest friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps. It's the Syntron Energy. Drink it and live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter for your chance to win. You can do that at drinksyntron.com/Vegas and buy Syntron at your local Meijer store. It's Syntron, the healthier energy drink with great taste and the choice of people who desire to look good, feel good, and be the best versions of themselves. Go to drinksyntron.com/Vegas.
Any long-term concerns with any of the injuries coming out of that game?
Yeah, we'll know more. Alex could be a little bit. That's possible. Kirby should be good. Jonah, I'm assuming Jonah's not playing until he tells me he's playing, and then and then I'll know. So other than that, we'll see.
That was Dan Campbell. I thought it was longer for some reason, but sad. But Anzo news.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Hopefully he doesn't have to miss too much time. But he's been our best defensive player this year by far.
Top 10 linebacker, easy.
So losing him, top 10 linebacker for sure.
That's like
losing him will be a big blow. You need Jack Campbell and Malcolm Rodriguez to step up. Luckily, we have very capable linebackers in Malcolm Rodriguez, in Jack Campbell, and in Derek Barnes in his absence that will be able to make some plays. But, man, losing Anzo's, that's going to be a tough look.
Yeah, obviously there's something there, too, about Jonah Jackson, which obviously Detroit Lions have been letting up quite a bit of pressure since he's been out, too. But and to Anzalone, we kind of like – and to defend the Glenn statements, a lot of the situation or a lot of the things that I point out is like the personnel or just winning their assignments. And that was the one guy when I asked, okay, like let's look at like top 5 defenses around the league. The Browns got top 10 guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens got top 10 guys. Dallas Cowboys, they got top 10 guys.
Yep.
Lions, no. And the closest guy to it,
Anzo's top 10.
Anzo was the guy. At least performance-wise this year, it kind of became undebatable that he was top 10 at the linebacker position. It's been kind of crazy. And now you find yourself in a situation where you've kind of been...
And he's got, 4 sacks on the year?
He's got quite a bit of sacks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but if you want to pull them up. But then you also, again, you're in a situation now where you've been kind of unenamored with the rookie you took in the first round, Jack Campbell. I think Derek Barnes is taking quite a bit of a step up, but like Anzo's been phenomenal, especially in pass coverage.
Yeah.
I mean, all around. He has been phenomenal this year.
Yeah, he's already got 87 tackles, 58 of them solo. He's got 3 sacks. He's got the fumble recovery. He's got 5 pass defenses. Like, the guy has been playing phenomenal football. He's been flying out. Like I said, he has been the best defensive football player for the Lions, and I don't think it's arguable. Like, he's gone out there. He's made plays every game. He had, 11 solo tackles in their win against the Bears. And that's going to be a big hit for the Lions defense. He is your play caller. He is
15, wasn't it?
He has 15 total tackles, 11 solo. He had, like I said, he is your play caller. He is your green dot. He's the guy that's going to go out there and make sure the defense is set up. But now it's time for the meat missile to shine. It's time for him to slide over into his natural position, and let's see if he's ready for it.
That's where I want to take this to, is like, how confident are you in Jack Campbell doing that based on the season we've seen from him?
I'm not confident in him playing to Alex Anzalone's level, because like I said, he has been a top 5 or top 10, arguably top 5 linebacker in the NFL this year. So it's tough to have those expectations for him. Excuse me. But I do think Jack Campbell will be able to go out there and have success. This is his natural position. This is a guy this is what he's played his whole career. So I think it'll be better for him to go out there and get some reps there rather than at Sam.
Someone said easy as a case, take stickers off your hat. Growing up, you weren't.
Yeah, you didn't do that.
Yeah, that was a no-no.
You never did that.
Do you guys still take them off, or leave them on to this day?
Yeah, I take them off.
I still leave mine on.
Yeah.
Damn, you got bullied into taking that off, huh?
Damn, that easy.
The crazy thing is, this hat's like really old. I've had this hat for a minute.
Yeah.
That's a dope hat.
Use this logo
I think I actually have that same one.
Do you?
And I got it like way back in high school, but I was never a hat guy.
That's like I got that sick ass Lions one everyone likes.
I wish I could just buy hats that fit.
Yeah, that's true. You got a big ass head. But that sick ass Lions one I bought in like fucking 2014. People was like, "Where you got it?" I'm like, "You're not gonna find this," but I don't fucking remember where I got this from. But either way, I am not confident in Jack Campbell stepping up to Alex Anzalone's level.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, he's gonna be there. I don't know to what performance, but I don't think Jack was. I saw somebody say somebody has to admit that Jack was a swing and a miss. I don't know. I'm not necessarily ready to say that. I think he's still a rookie. Obviously, we like Derek Barnes, a little bit of his performance this year. It took him 3 years to get that point. Hell, this actually might be 3 years. Brad Helm's been here 3 years. Like, it took him 3 years to like develop. Now, obviously, Jack Campbell being a little bit more athletic and well-rounded and being a first-round pick, you kind of hope it came sooner. And the expectation is that it does come sooner. But I'm not confident.
I think he's going to look better than he has at his natural position at his home. Go to your home. I think he's going to bring him home. I think he's going to look better in his natural position, and we're going to see his athleticism in full display. We're going to see his sideline to sideline speed, the things that he does well on the football field. We're going to see that in display. He's going to have a matchup against the Saints that he's going to have to look out for, because we know that motherfucker Alvin Kamara is different. So it's going to be a tough matchup for him. And especially if, Jameis Winston They like to spice it up with Taysom Hill every now and then. So this would be a good matchup to see what he's made of, to see what he can do in this league at his natural position of that Mike linebacker.
Burn obviously doesn't pay attention to the show or takes quite often because your boy don't miss. I don't think that boy's having a breakout game. And he has been getting snaps as natural position more than other. Obviously, the way to get him into the game at times was to put him in at the Sam linebacker spot. But he's been getting spots in the middle. It just hasn't been doing much. And to the point, where I saw this comment, I don't know if it was brought up last week or earlier today, but somebody mentioned, do you think he's even like to the pace of Malcolm Rodriguez and what he was in his rookie year?
No.
I don't think so either. It inspired me to actually go and do a little bit of homework on it. Chris, he throws these numbers up. Through 11 games played, he's not. And I think Malcolm Rodriguez, more solo tackles, more tackles for loss, same amount of sacks, forced fumble, all in the same amount of games as a first-round pick linebacker they invested in Jack Campbell. Now, again, I'm not ready to pull the plug on him. I don't know. I mean, that's the other thing, too, is like, okay, so Malcolm kind of like...
Well, Malcolm, he was kind of forced into that role.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see the snap count, for the two comparison. Because Malcolm, it was, you got to play. You got to do this. You got to be out there for a majority of the snaps. And he played fantastic. I'm not taking away anything from him. Like, Malcolm went out there, and he had a hell of a year, his rookie year. But this year they've been rotating guys in. They've been rotating a Derek Barnes in, rotating Alex Anzalone plays the majority of the game, but they rotate Malcolm in. They rotate Derek Barnes in, as well as Jack Campbell. So I don't think he's seeing as many snaps as Malcolm was, but still, we'll see. This is a huge test for him, this week against the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans.
Yeah, that's the other part too. That is
in the Superdome.
Like, I don't think people realize, like, as a linebacker specifically, like, Juan Anzalone, I'm sure would have loved to go back to New Orleans. That's where he started his career.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you got a guy who's tasked with keeping an eye on Taysom Hill and all the funky, freaky shit that he does in that offense. And on top of that, too, if he's not taking care of the tight end, you look at him guarding a running back who's also one of the best pass-catching running backs in the game, and Alvin Kamara. He is up against it, and so much so, because obviously I pulled up the numbers for you. And the snap counts are different. Malcolm... Since week 1, he was playing, 60 and above % of the defensive snap counts. Jack didn't hit 60% until week 3.
Yeah.
Not even then, actually. Week 3 was 57%. He hit 60% in week 4. But nonetheless, and then again, that wasn't even at his natural position. But they also kind of said it. But I ask you this, knowing that we've kind of been, I liked Malcolm at the linebacker position. I didn't think he was obviously like a Pro Bowler by any means, but we called our shot and he performed to that level.
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing kind of well at the fullback position. Do you think they take him away from that? Because
I think he's going to play a lot more. Obviously, I think Derek Barnes is going to be the starter. I think it's going to be Campbell and Barnes that are the starters, but I do think they're going to use Malcolm a lot more than they have the past couple weeks at linebacker.
Boy, I feel naked without this sticker. I ain't going to lie.
I think Malcolm will get a lot of run at linebacker this week. I do.
Yeah, I think so too. That's the other part too. Is like I feel like Malcolm has done pretty solid at the fullback spot. He hasn't been playing. Like, they don't use a fullback in every single play, obviously, so he's not playing like every single snap. But I still think you can afford to play.
He'll get his run at fullback.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think you still can afford to play Malcolm sparingly at fullback when you need him, and then let him play linebacker too. I mean, they're going to need him to play linebacker now. Who would you rather have starting? I guess I should ask, Malcolm or Jack?
Jack.
Yeah.
I'd like it to be Malcolm and Jack.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Me too.
That would be my ideal pair.
I think at some point that's what's going to happen too. I don't know, JB. I know you guys talked about it in the morning show. JB, you were here every single show today, someone said.
Yep.
Is that true?
That is so true.
You getting paid extra?
Yeah, we getting OT?
Not really.
Man, somebody Venmo JB some cash or give him some DoorDash or something like that.
Walked out this bitch.
Are you yeah, you're wild. Are you confident, Jack Campbell?
Like 50-50. I guess like I'm confident in him that he'll get the job done, but I do fear that he will make a lot of mistakes, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he has. Like the Chicago game, he was pretty bad. I think he had an alright bounce back game against the Packers. But Dr. Detroit says, but Eazy. He's a good guy. He fits the culture, bro. Come on. Justin Fan says, Jack has the vibes.
Detroit supremacy. Put Will Harris in linebacker. He's got that versatility.
I mean, he does. For coverage guy, fuck it.
No.
He's awful at coverage all around. No. Chris, how you feeling about the artist formerly known as Meat Missile? Hey, he might earn his nickname.
I think he's got to. I think he's got to earn that back. But no, I just at this point, I'm going into this New Orleans games with expectations. I don't want to discredit how much Anzalone's injury impacts his defense, because, like Spencer said, he's been a complete anchor to this defensive unit, and he's been awesome. But at this point, I'm going into the New Orleans Saints game with the expectation that this has got to be the offense to get it done. Because the last couple weeks of defense just has not been good enough for me. Has not given me confidence that is the side of the ball where the game will be won. It's gonna be Jared Goff not making any mistakes, not turning the ball over, and having a hell of a game like we saw with the Chargers game, where it's a high scoring game. I think that's the blueprint for the Lions to count on. So not to discredit the injury, but my focus is more on the offensive side of the ball than the defensive side of the ball right now.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking about too. They didn't really give us an update on David Montgomery stuff either. So I know he went with his ankle injury. I'm assuming that obviously means he's good to go then. It's a precaution. There's also one of those kneecap biting games where they kind of give it all they got to not lose the fucking Packers on Thanksgiving national television.
Too little, too late.
We'll find out more as the week goes on. We'll talk about the New Orleans game coming up next, but not before Speedy tells us about Hamlin Pub.
Hamlin Pub. If you ever wanted a bar where you're a regular, we have just the place for you. Head to one of Hamlin Pub's 7 locations and experience where everyone's regular. They got half-off pizza on Tuesdays. They have drink and food specials for every NFL game, so you can go there tonight to watch this NFC North matchup and every Michigan sports game. So make sure you check out Hamlin Pub. Experience your new favorite thing for all things sports. It's Hamlin Pub, where everyone's a regular.
Special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
BullseyeEventGroup.com is where you guys need to go to get your tickets to party with the heavyweights and the rest of the Motorsports crew at the Bullseye Event Group in shed number 5 and Eastern Market. Make sure you check out Bullseye Event Group. There's free food, free drinks, and take your drunk ass to the game afterward too. It's BullseyeEventGroup.com. Sponsored by Long Drink.
Long Drink.
Forgot about that.
You can drink them. They're long.
They're long. Now, Spinny, Friday you felt like you were kind of nervous about the New Orleans game. You had a weekend to calm down. You just watched the New Orleans Saints lose 15-24 or 22 to the fucking Falcons. And we watched in person. Shout out to Dr. D for the tickets on that one. Are you still nervous about the New Orleans Saints? Still scared?
I'll tell you what. No, this is a game they should win. Well, that's what I said about the past 2 games. Like this is a game the Lions should go out and win. This is a team they're better than. I don't care if it's on the road. You go down there and you dominate this team. This is what the Lions should do. If you are a contender, if you are this, a top 3 team in the NFC, you should go out there and you should dominate the New Orleans Saints. And I think they will. I think they are going to win this game. But, man, those turnovers, man, there's nothing you can do when your quarterback has 3 turnovers in the game. So they need to clean that up for sure. It's not going to be an easy win if you turn the ball over that many times. But I'm confident that they'll win this game.
Yeah, this is one where I'm not really nervous, man. Like, I don't think much of Derek Carr. At one point, I thought higher of him to begin the season with. I think he's had a plethora of weapons there. I don't know if it's like an offensive coordinator situation or what, but he is not really seemed to get on the same page with Chris Olave. Last week, I was like, I'd rather start Jameis Winston going to this game. Jameis Winston. That dude every time. Jameis Winston, Jameson Williams. Kind of close. Either way, I'd rather start Jameis Winston heading that game. But he did connect with my guy, Chris Olave. Shout out for fantasy points. Chris Olave, though, more reasons for Detroit Lions to win this one.
Mm-hmm.
Marshawn Lattimore on IR. Chris Olave went out with a concussion. So I don't know that he's necessarily even going to be back for that game against Detroit Lions. It is New Orleans, and the Dome is like it's one of the places you go to. It's going to be a tough time, tough win to get out there. But I think another thing, too, Rashid Shaheed, their deep threat, which I was nervous about. I mean, that'd be a guy to make me a little bit nervous with the secondary. Even he's dealing with like a thigh issue. It's like day to day. So those things included, I definitely think Detroit Lions should walk away with the W. If, with all those injuries, and by the way, I'm Mr. Defend the Glenn.
I mean, the Packers were loaded with injuries too.
Defensively, though,
and Aaron Jones,
but they still had their stud. I mean, still have a majority of the studs outside of Yair.
Devondre Campbell,
but they still Quay Walker.
Traded Rasul Douglas.
There's still some dogs.
Darnell Savage has been out. They're missing their whole starting secondary. Literally their entire starting secondary. Rudy Ford, Darnell Savage, Rasul Douglas, and Jair Alexander all out.
So was Sean Gary.
Yeah, it's true.
Whoever 97 was, that guy's a monster too. Dan Campbell gave him a shout out today's press conference. But they should beat this team. If again, what I was going to say is, if as a Defend the Glenn guy, the guy who's been kind of pointing out the obvious to you guys, which by the way too we'll talk about a little bit later. Actually, I probably should save this for later. But if Derek Carr has an explosion, if he goes off, no pause, behind the Detroit Lions, then I'll be on like the Aaron Glenn train, being like hypercritical of like what he's been as defensive coordinator, because that pissed me off a bit. I just watched this team fucking struggle to do anything all year. Them and the Falcons are tied for number one in their division for 5 and 6. This is not a good football team. I get New Orleans a tough place to play, but this is a game the Detroit Lions absolutely have to win, especially as like a response game too, because it's not just like you coming back off a loss. By the way, Detroit Lions haven't won 2 consecutive games at all this year, which is like a good sign. But it's not just like a loss. It's a loss on national television, and it's an embarrassing fashion. Like, more so offensively in my mind. More so, I guess, for Jared Goff. I expect him to have a big comeback game. It's indoors. I mean, this is one that they have to win, bro. If they lose this one, I really people are not gonna like watching this show, because I won't have too many positive things to say. There won't be too many positive things to look forward to if they go out there and lose this game, considering obviously nothing crazy happens, like nothing I'm even gonna mention. But
this is a must-win game for the Detroit Lions. Not like must-win like you got to win it or you're out of the playoffs or anything like that, but a must-win for the momentum of the season, a must-win for the morale of your guys. Like, you got to go in there and you got to be the team that we expect you to be. You got to be this Detroit Lions team that we saw for the first 9 weeks of the season, 8 weeks of the season. Like, go out there and beat this team. You are better than them. You are better than them on offense. You are better than them on defense. You should go out there and you should win this game handily, even if it's on the road. That's what we need to see out of the Detroit Lions.
They got to dominate. I mean, don't fucking let Derek Carr, especially if Chris Olave doesn't play, go out there and get you. Michael Thomas on IR now too.
Yeah.
Chris,
he's been on IR for like 6 years.
Yeah, I'm not a big Michael Thomas guy. Never was. Another player I love to hate. Yeah, slant guy.
Slant merchant.
There's guys that get so much fucking credit for like just doing like minimal shit on great teams, or just like have a great pairing alongside him.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh. And Michael Thomas was one of those for me too. Like Drew Brees, one of the most accurate quarterbacks of all time.
He's running 5 yard outs every single play.
Every single fucking time. Yeah. Chris, you nervous about heading to New Orleans?
I am because if this one happens to be another loss, then my mind's starting to go, is this the reverse flip of last season? And I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, because I think this is a much better team. I think that Jared Goff is better than what he was at the 1-6 stretch last year, despite these last couple bad games. So I think that I have confidence in this team, but I am nervous, because if this one is a loss too, then I do think you start to lose a lot of faith in this team.
where was it? Who was it? Lupin's Chocolate says this is the least must-win game of the rest of the season. Be real, bro. You don't think it's important for them to not go into Chicago in December on a 2-game loss streak? You don't think it's important for them to get a win here so their spirits are up? Going into Chicago, playing outdoors in December?
Well, that's the other thing, too. I hate to say it, and I told you guys Friday. I'm not sleeping on the Vikings. I'm no longer asleep on that team, especially after pulling up the schedule.
Astronaut!
I'm not sleeping on them. I just can't.
I fuck with Josh Dobbs,
So say
bro.
you take, it's like, say the Vikings do the impossible, come back and take the division, which I'm just, hypothetically, they're then competing with the NFC South for, like, seeding at that point in their division winner. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it is still important. You still want to get the W over them, NFC South, in that situation, because I think we're making the playoffs regardless. But it's not even a game. I said dominate, and that's just for effect, I guess. I don't need domination, but I definitely can't have Derek Carr doing the things we've seen Justin Fields and freaking
I want to see domination.
Jordan Love do.
Like I said, you are better.
You want to, but
you are better
I'm
than
not
this
expecting
team.
it.
I want you to go in their trap and take over their trap. I want you to go in their house, and I want you to punch them in the mouth, put your feet up on their coffee table, and have their wife give you a rimmer. Like, it's you got to go in there and you got to beat the Saints. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. And Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn want this game bad.
Yeah.
That's the competitor in them. That's the former player in them. Going to their former team. They want to win this game. And so we'll see what happens, but
Lunchbox has a great comment too. He says, I think the Lions were worn down from the stretch they played.
For sure.
That's very true.
They played,
11
days?
games?
Yeah, 11 days. That's tough.
That is tough, and it does wear down on you. I think especially, like I told you last week, on those positions where you kind of sacrifice your body to make plays, offensive line, and just defense all around. You're literally launching your body to make tackles. Like, I think that's definitely going to wear on you a bit more. So that's true. And then you get, 10 days of rest? Because it was a Thursday game now, too?
Mm-hmm.
So there is that.
That is good. That is a good point, that they were definitely worn out. Like, 3 games in 11 days is tough for any team, let alone the NFL. Like, that's a lot. So they should be coming into this game rejuvenated with a drive that they need to win this game. So I'm expecting I want to see a 2-score win at least, like a 2-touchdown win.
And was it Loopy Chocolate? Well, whatever the name was.
Lupin's Chocolate.
Another comment I'd make sure as this is a must-win is like
Chocolat.
The other ones. Like, this is a game that's kind of, I don't want to tell you it's a game. It's a gimme. Like, this is not a good team. You should beat this team. Down the stretch, again, the Chicago Bears play tough at home. You know what Jared Goff is outdoors.
Broncos are looking pretty good.
The Broncos looking pretty good. Just beat that was without an actual quarterback.
But still, they're on a 5-game win streak.
The Broncos, yeah, you're absolutely right. They've got the Chiefs in that win streak. They got the Browns in that win streak. They got a couple of actually good teams in that win streak, too.
Cowboys are the Cowboys. They're a top 3 team in the NFC.
Exactly. That's why this game is a must-win, because the other ones aren't guaranteed, and you got the Vikings on your ass. And the Vikings schedule through the rest of the way through, backup quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them. I'm talking the Oakland Raiders, talking about the freaking Cincinnati Bengals, and whoever the fuck else. And then us. They can catch up real fast. No mustard. So in all aspects of it being like an NFC team, you got to win this game.
You do.
Every other one's not.
You got to win every game in the NFL, but this one's important, especially what you're going in. You're going into Soldier Field the week after this, and you're playing outside in December in the Windy City. You're not going to have favorable conditions. It's going to be a tough game. So you need to go down there in the Superdome where it's nice and cozy and indoors and take care of business.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm trying to look too. I'm pretty sure New Orleans
Jay
up
Will
there.
fan. Jared has not been bad outdoors.
What the fuck are you watching? What? Come on, buddy. Who said that?
Jay Will fan.
Jay Will. What are we doing? Did you miss the Baltimore game earlier this season? The other thing too, I want to say that I do have confidence Jared Goff in this offense to bounce back. Outside is where he's like his ugliest. Last week he was ugly. The past 2 weeks been kind of ugly inside. He had a couple good ones in Chicago, though. I will give him that. When we get back, Dan Campbell speaks on Jared Goff and the reason for their bad stretch of football play.
First, let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of this for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
When it comes to your pet, don't settle. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Pet. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations, over 60 brands of food, lowest prices and curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best at www.premierpetsupply.com.
Because to me, it's not what it appears to be. We just on at the basic level of this, it's turnover ratio. It's turnover. And we're turning the ball over too much offensively. Special teams, we had one against Chicago. Giving up 4 against Chicago, 3 against Green Bay, and only gotten 1 back. That's the major issue right now. So we can talk about all these other things, but until we clean that up, the other parts of this are a little bit irrelevant. And honestly, they're not the big issues. So we can take care of the football. There's a couple of things. The effort was pretty good. They came out, played a really good game, like I said. We weren't able to negate some of the things they were doing, but ultimately, man, we got to hold on to the football, which we can do. We can do that.
He just like me for real. Just like you for real. You guys on fire, AG. Just missed the turnovers that's been going on. But the head ball coach. Sounds like he's more concerned about the turnovers than everything else. Quite literally said he's more concerned about the turnovers than everything else. You know why?
Turnovers lose football games.
And they help you win them. When you get it. They help you win them as well. Like, what do we? It's that basic. Again, in every single Detroit Lions win, one thing in common. Turnover. Even the Bears game. 4-1. Got the 1. There's turnover in every single Detroit Lions game. The value of a turnover, and we tell you this every time. I don't know why we have to keep explaining this to you, but somehow you guys keep finding whatever excuses you need to defend bad play at times. Playing good season on the whole, but past 2 games have been pretty rough. You're taking points away from yourself, and then you're giving the other team short yardage situations to score again. And then you want to go and bitch about the defense that, again, you could watch get beat in man-to-man coverage. You're just not getting any pass rush, but you think it's a scheme. But regardless of the matter, turnovers are the key.
Whopper, Junior, Whopper, Junior. It's
copyright.
He's got to hold on to the ball. He's got to hold on to the ball. He's got to take care of the ball. That is the most imperative thing for this Lions team. We talked about it. This team is not one that's built to come back from, out of holes. This team is not one that's built to drop back and pass the ball 40 times a game because they got to get back into a game. They don't have the skill set to do it. They don't have the identity to do it. That's not what they are built to do. They are built to run the ball and play the play action pass. And when you're down 21-6 in the first quarter, you can't really run the ball that much. And it makes it that much easier for the defense to pin their ears back and get after the quarterback when they know you're going to pass the ball a lot. So holding onto the ball is key. You cannot turn the ball over 3 times in a game and expect to win. They got lucky in Chicago because it was the Bears, and they didn't get lucky against Green Bay. That is not a recipe for success, turning the ball over 3+ times a game. Can't happen. Not going to work. You won't win games doing that.
I just want to address a comment in the Woodward Sports chat real quick too. I think it was Jay Will. Talking about Jared Goff playing outside in adverse situations. I will give you the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if we specified that, but that's most definitely with me. Jared Goff outside in adverse situations isn't the greatest. No, the 2 games in Meadowlands, he was pretty bad. 0 touchdowns against the Giants, and the 1 touchdown he had, and by the way, I think it was like 165 yards too. 0 touchdowns, 165 yards against the Giants, and then
against the Jets, it was
he had
Brock Wright.
Yeah, but it was the Brock Wright, yak. The throw that
like 75 yards of
yeah, like fam, you guys come
Burners.
on. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I didn't say adverse situation, so if you want to bring up Arrowhead, Florida, sure. But we're talking about Jared Goff in outdoor situations. It's not the prettiest, but yeah, the turnovers need to stop, man. It's been the cause, and both sides. I'm not, because I'll speak on AG in a sense too, and not even just AG. I guess more so the defense. Like, you got to get them if you want to win games in this league. If you want to give yourself opportunities against teams that are either better than you, if you want to give yourself against teams that are outplaying you. I mean, the perfect example of like giving yourself an opportunity against teams that are better than you. Detroit Lions beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, a lot of you, we do parade it around, and I'm going to say we are better than the Kansas City Chiefs because I'm a Detroit Lions fan too. But the reality of the situation is, I don't know about that. But what helped them get the edge over the team that was like seen as better than them? Pick 6, Brian Branch, turnover. Same situation with the Chicago Bears and the Packers, teams that you're better than on paper and just like on the season. Chicago Bears, what do they do to keep up in that game or have us up against the ropes?
Yeah.
Turnovers. Green Bay Packers, what do they do in that game to keep us up against the rope and stay ahead of us? Turnovers. They're important key to the game. And again, not just Jared Goff. I'm not just going to shit on your guy, because that does need to stop. And I don't think you guys need to hear that to know that's the case. But also the defense has to cause these things too. Difference in the Seattle game, another loss, turnovers. It just you can't allow it to happen. And you also have to get them, whether it's on the downs or you're causing fumbles, whether it's interceptions, all around. It's an important key factor in the game. One of the things I remember most, and I apologize for taking up so much time here, but back when we had Jim Schwartz here, and that's when I was a season ticket holder. I'd go to like all training camp. They used to practice turnover drills. Darius Slade, Glover Quinn, shout out to those guys. When I get to have conversations with them, that's the stuff they bring up. It's like, we practice interceptions. We practice, the football doesn't bounce straight. They practice catching the ball or scooping up from a fumble, all types of weird different ways, just so you're like more comfortable going through these things. And I don't know if that's something the Detroit Lions are doing, but I know it's something they need to start doing if they want to continue to win games and be a true playoff contender.
Mm-hmm.
What were you smiling at earlier?
Nothing.
Oh. But yeah, they're extremely important part of the game, Spinny.
Yeah, it's probably the most important part of the game. You can't turn the ball over and expect to win in this league. So I agree with Dan Campbell. Does the defense need to clean it up? Yes. Does the offensive line need to play better? Yes. The 2 most important things, though, are getting to the passer and not turning the ball over. So hopefully they don't do that in New Orleans. That will be a important recipe to their success, is if they don't turn the ball over and if they force turnovers on defense.
Yeah, that's it for me too, is like, because I mean, obviously turnovers are going to happen, but you don't want fucking 3 of them. You don't want like 4 Green Bay, 4 against Chicago, then the 3 like, you don't want 7 in 2 games. Like, you're not going to win football games that way. And we lost to a worse team because of that. Almost lost to another worse team because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to get them. Stop them, limit them. Like, they're going to happen. Just don't have fucking 3 of them, 4 of them. Stop that. And let's get, like, a fumble or something, man. Turnover sealed the game against the Bears.
Yeah.
Swatting the ball down.
Yeah, that definitely helps when you get to the quarterback and you're able to rip the ball out of his hands. That is a good thing. That will help your team win ball games if you can do that. So we need to see it. We need to see it out of the defense. We need to see it out of Jared Goff, taking the ball from the other team and not giving the ball to the other team. It's like elementary football, but it is the most important factors for the Lions' poor play the past couple weeks have been them turning the ball over.
Do you think Jared Goff will shake it off?
I hope so. I fucking hope so. If he doesn't, man, you guys aren't going to like us on Monday.
The thing is, too,
I think he will. I said, I
too.
can't, based on what he's shown us the past 16 games, I expect him to bounce back and to not turn the ball over against the Saints. He's not going to throw an interception. He's not going to fumble it. I expect him to have a good game in the Dome and the Lions to win.
Again, you guys are bringing up outdoor games. We're talking about like games like in adverse conditions, like games that Jared Goff historically does not perform well in.
Yeah, anybody can play outdoors when it's
Florida,
75 degrees and sunny.
Yeah,
like that's obviously not what we're talking about.
7-2 games to Saints is Brett Middleton. It's tough, and I think one of them is like a fixable. I mean, they should all be fixable. Like the one he almost had 4 against the Chicago Bears. Almost gave him a pick 6 in the red zone too. He just had an off game that day. On top of like the one was bad. I'll give you guys that. I guess he just has to be more conscious in those moments. Dan Campbell also spoke to him like holding on to the ball a little bit longer than like you want him to. That's another thing there as well. But I think it's the one where he fucking had the ball knocked out by somebody's pinky. You kept
that was embarrassing.
Like even when Michael Vick would run like that, just the ball palmed like that. Like one, you got Whopper Juniors. 2, people would criticize Michael Vick for running the damn ball like that. You just don't. You tuck it. The breadbasket, guys. It's fucking. So I feel like that stuff is fixable. It's just you got to hope that the bonehead stuff stops, which I think it will.
I do too.
And if there is one, again, I just don't think it'll come. I don't think there'll be fucking 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what are the odds of that? I mean, they are pretty high. Since being drafted, he has the most turnovers in the league. 2017, 101 turnovers. Shout out. But I think I'm confident in this one, though.
JB, how you feeling? Other than tired.
Damn, that's a tired-ass laugh.
Yeah, it was a tired-ass laugh.
No, this game does slightly make me nervous. Just off of the fact that I don't want to see the Lions sit here and sneak by and just get another win. I want to see improvement on both offense and defense. Can Goff sit here and actually control the ball in his tiny baby hands? And can the defense sit here and actually cause turnovers and not sit here and bleed away points over and over again and again? Like, I want to see improvement because these past couple weeks, they haven't been great defensive-wise, and I just need to see that moving forward, there's a change. That you can sit here and promise me, Aiden can promise me, Aleem can promise me, say, hey, go out there, get the sacks that you need, get the turnovers you need, and get the ball back in the offense's hands. Like, I just need to see some positive out of the next few games because, like I said, these games at the tail end of the season aren't getting any easier, especially with the Cowboys and given the playoff scenarios coming up too. Like, you can't trust any team to just be an easy win anymore.
Sure. Chris?
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I'm nervous, and I'm nervous because of Goff. Yeah. But I'm nervous because of Goff. I do expect him to bounce back, and I do expect him to have no more than 1 turnover this game. I think the offense will get back in sync. I think the extra time will do them good, not only for the injury report, but also just the mental rest that I think this team needs, because I do think that the 3 games in 11 days wore on them. So I think they'll be good. I'm confident in it moving forward.
It's fair. You heard it here first. Lions are winning the Super Bowl per Chris Platte. Let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm.
Bet the house.
Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. They're professional technicians. Take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sends you.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Join Woodward Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Dispo Dispensary, your local cannabis plug. They got 12 locations across the great state of Michigan, and the one in Romeo's open till midnight. Get there and get right with Dispo Dispensary, your local cannabis plug. It's time. It's time where I can just get the flex on you guys a little bit more than I already do. When I do, I apologize if it offends anybody. But we played Dan Campbell talking about the turnovers. Because he's just like me, for real. A lot of guys want to point to the defense and bitch about the defense. Turnovers are key. Getting both and getting them, and you can't keep giving them away. But Dan Campbell also had to speak on the Detroit Lions defense today. Chris, can you play that one?
Where do you think is the disconnect there?
Yeah, well, I think this is another thing where we have to talk about, we talk about hustling to the football, but, man, we got to make more of a point of first guy in, you got him, second guy's got to go in. Everything about it is stripping the ball out. It's one thing to say, hey, everybody to the football rally, and now it's got to be the first man wrap him up, the second man's getting the ball out. Everybody's got to be around it when it does pop. Certainly coverage plays into that. We do got to play tighter. When you look back at our game the other day, we actually played with tight coverage. There's a number of those. We just couldn't finish on the football. But we're in phase. Look, Love played a hell of a game, man. The ball was out. There's about 4 of those that were 7-step hitches. The rest of those are like 5-step in rhythm, no hitch, ball's out, 3-step. I don't care what kind of rush you got, the ball's going to be out. So, and we just keep working, do what we do. It's the same group we've had. Yeah, we're good.
That was Dan Campbell speaking on the Detroit Lions defense as of recently, more specifically last week. And that's crazy. Did he say that they were in phase?
He did.
Did he say there's pretty tight coverage?
Yeah.
Did he say Jordan Love played a great game?
He did.
That's crazy because I could have swore everyone was wide open and AG should be fired.
Yeah, they weren't in the right spot.
That's wild. The head ball coach, who watched the goddamn film, who coached in the goddamn game, had those takeaways. It's almost like they happened. And people just want to talk I don't want to swear too much. But guys, that is the head ball. If you don't want to believe me, if you want to sit up here and say I'm an AG apologist and a Jared Goff hater, take it from the head ball coach. Telling you the exact same things we're telling you because that's what's happening. And to the people, I'm not sitting up here and telling you guys that AG is Mike McDonald. I'm not sitting up here and telling you that AG is Rex Ryan or his dad, Buddy Ryan, or any of the great defensive coordinators to come before him. I'm not saying any of those things. All I'm saying is, when you watch the game, there is coverage. There is tight coverage. There's a mixture of coverage. It's not just all zone, the soft zone you guys like to love on. And sometimes it's man. And in a lot of those situations, like Dan Campbell said, there's tight coverage. Guys are just getting beat at the end of the day. And at some point, one thing Lions fans fail to do, you got to recognize when another guy's just having a good game. Like, you got to throw credit the other way sometimes. Some of the throws that Jordan Love made in that game were phenomenal. Mm-hmm. I get that we want to hate him, and the narrative is that he's not a good quarterback, but he sure as hell played a good game. A great game, I'll say. And that, you're hearing that from the head ball coach, not me, the defend the Glenn guy. I am the defend the Glenn guy, but the reality of the situation is this defense is, they're there. They're just not making the plays. They're losing these one-on-one matchups.
Just a fan. When has DC ever shit on a player coach? All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
He began that press conference talking about Jared Goff and his turnovers.
Yeah. Said Jameson Williams will never be an elite pass catcher.
Thank you.
It's not coach speak. He tells it how it is. He tells it real. That's how he's been since he got here. That's how he's going to continue to be. And like you said, they mixed up the coverages. People said it wasn't because of the pass rush. Well, and how you guys are. Why is Aiden only in one spot? He was moved to the inside. He was moved to the top. He was moved to the weak side, the strong side, the inside. They stunned him. Didn't get home. There's only so much a guy can do. There's only so much. And yeah, like you said, Nobody's saying Aaron Glenn is Dan Quinn. Nobody's saying Aaron Glenn is Jim Schwartz. But he's working with less content, I would say, less top tier talent than a lot of these guys are. And 7 turnovers in 2 weeks is not helping the defense at all.
Not at all.
So can he be better? Can some things tighten up on the defense? Sure. But it's not up 100% on him.
The other thing too is like you mentioned the fumbles, obviously, like the turnovers, like not putting the defense in great positions. 29 points the Packers put up.
He never said that. He absolutely said that Jameson Williams will never be an elite pass catcher.
Yeah,
he said that.
We
did a whole segment on it.
Shout out to Chris, putting some videos down for you guys too, because if you guys need to see it for yourself, we broke a little bit down on Friday. I get it was an emotional day, not everybody want to tune in to hear us speak of the Detroit Lions team, especially Jared Goff fans out there, but we got to give it like it is. But it's on film too. Again, the head ball coach is telling you, coverage is tight. We were in phase. Guys just had a good game, and guys were getting beat. The same thing with Justin Fields too. I think I spoke to a little bit earlier in the show. Look at the top 5 defenses in the league. You'll find multiple top 10 players on it. Yes. Look at the Detroit Lions defense. You arguably have one this year performing to that level, and Alex Anzalone.
So if I told you a defense gave up 22 points when the offense turned the ball over 3 times, and a fake punt inside their own territory, and multiple turnovers on downs,
it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Same thing with the Packers.
There was a scoop and score. So 7 of those points aren't on the defense. So it was 22 that they gave up, not 29.
Yep.
And like I said, 3 turnovers, 3 fumbles, multiple turnovers on downs, including a fake punt inside their own territory.
And I know what it is, too.
What do you got? You guys just want them to stop everybody every single time? It's crazy.
Same thing, like you said, the Packers. 3 turnovers, only 3 touchdowns allowed in the game. 4 turnovers in the Bears game, only 2 touchdowns left in the entire game. Like, you guys have to be realistic, and I don't know which
6 points allowed in the second half against the Packers.
Yeah, only 100 yards total. Like, I get that it's easier to just say fire AG. Oh, this is AG's fault. Like but it takes less thinking to say that. It is lazy to say that. Like, you're not actually watching the games or considering the context of the games. Even going back to the situation where people want to talk about Seattle scoring 30. I'll say this: Baltimore whooped our ass all around, defense, offense, all over the fucking place. They beat the dog shit out of us. But the Seattle game, a lot of people like to point to that as a 30-point game. Another pick 6 by our boy JG, and he also had the fumble by David Montgomery, and he also had a turnover on downs too. Again, pitting your defense in shit situations on top of one just being a straight fucking 7 you gave them off a pick. Go ahead and play this video too, Chris, for anybody that missed it Friday. And I don't know which one we have here, but we'll kind of just walk through it as we go. But, okay, this one, we'll point to 2 things. No pass rush, and these throws by Jordan Love. And the coverage too. So you guys, that's not tight coverage? He's fucking literally, that could have been, you could have threw a flag on that one. He has backside, they're there dancing at prom. Here's another one. By the way, here's a little bit of mobility. I talked about that last week as well. Jared Goff doesn't give that to you, but here's Jordan Love doing it. There's a man right there. Like, you guys, are you watching these games? We're just kind of blindly throwing it out there. You want to dismiss of a fucking defensive coordinator who I feel is coaching above and beyond the talent that he's given. Heading into week 11, they had a top 11 defense overall. And damn sure still one of the best run defenses too. This is the part where I bitched and moaned, pause, that was kind of whatever. But this is the part where I bitched and complained about wanting to do something at the trade deadline. For what specifically? A defensive lineman. The draft, we wanted a defensive lineman. Brad didn't give it to him. He's cooking. I don't want to call them spoiled vegetables anymore, but not ripe.
Yeah.
Not ready to be eaten yet. You know? Chris, you got another one you put your hand up for?
Yeah.
Okay, this one, and if you can't get the Dallas one, it's not a big deal if not.
Oh, I got that one too.
Oh, you're him. Make sure to turn down whatever.
Yep.
Because if you guys missed it again on Friday, this is Aiden Hutchinson. This is beautiful game playing by the Green Bay Packers, by the way, to block Aiden Hutchinson with both this rookie tight end, and then they're going to pull a center during a pass play, and also have A.J. Dillon come out and help with him. Now, Chris, if you want to cue up the Dallas one, it's just a little bit of a difference in. Now, nobody's winning those one-on-one matchups. It's just Aiden getting worked by 3 different guys, and then you have 94. What was that? 54. Aleem getting not winning his number 1 right there. Whoever's on the outside not winning his matchup. Then Jordan Love slings that thing sidearm and makes a great throw. Somebody's on his backside too. Contested. But you guys just want to fire AG. I don't even know. Do you not have fucking eyeballs?
Yeah, you guys are saying excuses for AG again, stuff like. Tell me what you want to see out of Aaron Glenn. What philosophies, what game plans, what coverages would you like to see that he hasn't tried, that they aren't going out there and executing, that you want to see?
Now here's the one of a top 10 edge rusher, top 3 edge rusher in the league right now, Micah Parsons. Now look at the similar game plan here, triple team by the Washington Commanders. But guess what? So here's 1, here comes 2, third guy. Look at 2 other guys beat their blocks.
And Parsons still got home.
2 other guys beat their blocks, and he still got home. He's fucking dirty. He's just better than Aiden. Let's be real. But
for sure.
Like, this is football. And again, excuses for AG. Your head fucking ball coach just hit the podium and told you the same damn thing, brother. I get it takes less thinking to say AG. I get it. It's easier to just point to AG and say that's the problem. But how about you actually fucking conduct? What is it? I don't know the fucking word I'm looking to find here. Deductive reasoning.
Yeah.
I don't even fucking know. Just watch the goddamn game for Christ's sake.
And here, Chef Talks NFL says some exotic creative blitzes. Flow Guy 25 says send 5 or 6 guys more often. The pass rush ain't it. So you guys all say our secondary's ass. Secondary's terrible. Jerry Jacobs can't cover. None of you guys can cover. So sending more guys out of the secondary is the reason. Having more guys in one-on-one matchups on the outside is your solution. I mean, all right. Do I want to see some blitzes? Yeah, for sure. It's just, I don't know. Like, the guy.
It's mind-numbing,
Like I
bro.
said, the defense gave up 22 points last week against the Packers. Is that too much? Yeah. Were they given 4 turnovers? Or 3 turnovers? Yeah. Did they turn the ball over on downs 4 times? Yeah. Was one of them in their own 25-yard line? Yeah. Did they hold the Packers to 6 points in the second half? Yeah. So, like, come on, guys. I understand you guys are mad, so you want to fire somebody, but has it been great? No, it's not been great. It hasn't been an amazing defense, and he's not the second coming of Dan Quinn. He's not, any of these guys reincarnated, but come on now. Come on.
And again, there are blitzes, guys. They're getting burned on those too. I remember one specifically in Baltimore. I thought Tracy Walker was getting ready to smack Lamar Jackson. Ended up being a big ass game for Zay Flowers. No, I think it was Odell Beckham on that one. Like, and the same thing. Kirby's been sitting on blitzes. Brian Branch been sitting on blitzes. Like they're blitzing too. It just.
Anzalone's got 3 sacks on the year.
Yeah.
He's our 3rd leader in sacks as a linebacker. Those are blitzes. I mean, it's it is what it is. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion for sure. But
I think.
Again, it's not been great. I'm not saying he's blameless in the situation. He definitely, deserves some blame. He definitely deserves some heat, but overreacting a little bit.
Ken, I don't get it, guys. We just play videos with fucking DBs right on their fucking hips, and they're just unable to make plays. But this is a coaching issue. I just don't know.
Shift God, Irvin better play this game.
Wild.
Who? If your Lord and Savior is going to be Bruce Irvin, it's going to be a tough game for you, man.
I definitely hope Bruce Irvin plays this one. All right, guys, when we get back to more Detroit Lions.
Fire everyone. Fire AG now.
Fire them all.
Yeah.
And plus
burn it down.
We got the Detroit Pistons Super Bowl coming up tonight. But first, we got to tell you about Mark White. Because whether you're buying or selling real estate, Mark White's the place to go. He's got the minute-to-minute listing agreement. We can cancel your listing agreement for any reason with no penalty at all whatsoever. Visit markwhitesells.com or give him a call at 248-290-8242.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service the customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today. Find the brands you want at lesstanford.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Weights Live on WoodSports.com. Appreciate you guys for tapping in. Hit that like button. It's very much appreciated. Helps the algorithm get our show out. And we got it from the mud. We appreciate you guys for rocking with us, tuning in with us, even if you do disagree. Even if we do show you a film and you hear the head coach tell you the same exact thing.
Sports are about disagreements and arguments.
For sure. It's wild to disagree with film, though. That's the crazy part. But moving on. Want to lighten the mood a little bit. One, I'll start with this. I do think the Detroit Lions are going to win this Sunday. There's that.
I do too.
All right. Lighten it up. Two.
Super Bowl time for the Detroit Pistons.
Baby.
Super Bowl tonight, baby.
Let's go, Chris. Tell us when this game was going down.
Listen, this is the one. This might be the last win for the Pistons in 2023. But this is as good an opportunity you're going to get, and here's why. Washington Wizards are the worst defense in the NBA. They have the worst defensive rating in the NBA, and they are the third worst team in allowing second chance points, meaning they allow the third most second chance points. So the bigs are going to eat, like Jalen Duren, who is now back. That is a huge thing, and I think that's something that people are kind of underrating in this losing streak is Jalen Duren's absence in particular. The team has just been a lot worse when Jalen Duren is out. When Jalen Duren is out, they lose a lot of their defensive identity and a lot of their rebounding. And while Asar and Stewart have been very good rebounders, Duren, it just brings a whole nother level to their team rebounding. So that's going to be big. I expect them to eat tonight against Washington. I mean, again, you're talking Jordan Poole on the perimeter and Tyus Jones, who all respect. I like him as a backup point guard in the NBA, but he is no defensive stout. So this should be a game that the Pistons should be able to eat, and it's a big one. It's a big one. Washington's lost 9 in a row. Detroit's lost 14 in a row. Something's got to give tonight. There are no ties. This isn't the NFL. There's no ties. Some team is starting a winning streak tonight.
Let me ask you this, though, because you kind of flipped. First, you want the man fired. Now you're defending him. I'm just giving you shit.
You're writing manifestos.
You wrote a manifesto.
Now you're writing love letters.
If it does go down.
That's evolution. That's growth.
By the way, this is the first time I'm gonna watch a Pistons game since I went with you to go watch them. I'm still
not watching this game.
This is the Super Bowl, baby. This is the one they might win. You gotta watch, Spinny.
Don't care.
I put bets.
No.
Yeah.
Bets and guys I shouldn't
this game. I need to watch this.
You guys are fucking degenerates,
dude.
It was a free bet, to be fair.
Still degenerates.
I put bets down. This is the game, bro.
Let me peep the schedule. Who they got coming up? They got Lakers, Knicks. After this, where's this game? Okay, they got Lakers, Knicks, Cavs, Pacers, Sixers, Bucks.
It's the start of a winning streak, boys.
Hawks, Jazz, Nets. Oh my God.
Yeah, Jazz and Nets are the next best teams that are winnable. But yeah,
I think Lowry will be
if they lose tonight, that streak could get to 20.
Is there how about?
Oh, come on!
By the way, I warned you about that ankle.
If they lose this game, somebody should be fired.
That's okay. That's
I
what
don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the ball boy. I don't care if it's the street sweeper. I don't care if it's an usher. If they lose to the fucking Wizards, somebody should be fired.
You're fired. Says the guy who owns it a couple segments ago. These guys have families. You wait till the end of the year with.
I don't give a fuck about your family if you lost 14 games in a row. Get them the fuck out of here. Yeah. I don't care who it is. Fired. Somebody needs to go. Somebody's head needs to be on a spike.
The Detroit Pistons are actually favored in tonight's matchup too, by 2 points.
2 points.
I took the money line.
You're risky.
Why don't you take the over?
Did you see Danny DeVito's celly, by the way?
Yeah.
That's fucking...
Not Danny DeVito.
Oh, sorry.
But that'd be cool if Danny DeVito was in the NFL.
What is his first name?
Tommy.
There's a Y. Hey. Somebody asked me point totals for guys. Kate Cunningham said at 24.5. Jaden Ivey said at 16.5. That actually went up this morning.
I can't. You guys are actually watching this fucking shit show.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah, we put money on it. Yeah,
I've got money on it. I've been boycotting them, and I'm not gonna lie, I miss them.
I hope they lose.
But I told myself I'm not gonna watch them again until they fucking win.
Terry said they're taking for Caitlin Clark.
Ah, fuck. They could use the shooting.
That's pretty disrespectful though. But
Caitlin Clark is a dog. She's a dog. She would break you down, boy. What do you mean? Caitlin Clark's a dog, and you know I'm sexist. No, I'm that should mean something coming from me. The amount of WNBA jokes we put on here, you got it. She's a dog. Come on.
She's good. She's a good WNBA.
She's gonna raise the ticket prices at least $5.
At least $5
for sure. $2.50.
She's gonna bring at least 10 more fans into the stands. Whoever drafts her.
Bro, at least $2.50.
Honestly, Iowa's women attendance is probably gonna be higher than the Pistons this year.
No, they were still like top 16 last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is worse than last year.
They're more exciting to watch.
No, they're more exciting.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. By the way, I want to do another parade. Not one I'm proud of, but I told you about that ankle. Finally set him out. Is he playing tonight?
Yes, he was back.
Let's fucking go!
Thank you for paying attention earlier when I was like, tonight the key to the stat is Jalen Duren. This team, Washington lets up the third most second chance points in the NBA. Guys like Jalen Duren are going to eat on the glass. 100%.
That's a dub, Smitty. Jalen Duren.
Oh, 22 gloves. We beat the Wizards. Like, I don't give a fuck. This team is dog shit. I'm not watching.
WNBA All-Stars could not beat a good high school boys team, says Just a
true.
Fan. If Caitlin Clark was on that team.
No.
If Caitlin Clark was on that team, they're winning. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Have you seen Cooper? Do you know who Cooper Flag is?
You know who Cooper Farrow is?
Farrow Cooper.
Farrow Cooper?
Do you know who Cooper Flag is?
No.
Yeah, go watch Cooper Flag.
Oh,
he would absolutely destroy.
But he's an NBA prospect. I'm not talking about NBA prospect.
No, he's a high schooler.
Yeah, but he's an NBA prospect.
She's a WNBA prospect. She's a dog.
No.
You want equality? Go run ones with
I'm talking about
Giannis.
like a normal high school team. I'm not talking about a fucking NBA prospect star-studded team. I'm talking about like your alma mater.
Like Montverde?
Yeah, sure.
2017 Montverde with Cade and Scotty Barnes?
Talking about freaking, where'd you go?
Centerline. Shout out Panthers.
So you don't think, would she play Iowa State?
No, they'd...
Stop, bro.
It'd be pretty close.
Caitlin Clark is cooking the whole team.
It'd be pretty close.
Caitlin Clark's cooking the whole team. That's all I'm saying. BP says, what players in 3 seasons has AG developed? Kirby Joseph.
Alex Anzalone.
Lee
McNeil.
Yeah.
Derek Barnes.
Derek Barnes, yeah.
Jerry Jacobs.
Now, those aren't guys.
Segment.
Now let's. Yeah, sorry, bud.
It's all right. I understand.
Pistons.
Yeah.
2019 Montverde. That's what it is. Yeah, that was Cade and Scotty Barnes and somebody else. Yeah, they would absolutely dog walk Iowa.
Dude, Cade and Evan Mobley. My dream, guy to get here is Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
Like him and Cade, it'd be filled.
You saw he was doing that recruiting.
Yeah.
Rising Stars. Oh yeah.
Oh, they look tremendous.
No, Eazy. You don't remember that though? They played All-Star Weekend together.
No, I remember that. Oh,
yeah. And Cade was
like a second time.
Cade was kind of throwing up some lobs and dapping them up.
Yeah.
And, it started. That's where it starts.
I want the Pistons to trade for Desmond Bane.
Fuck him. Fuck Desmond Bane.
Why? Would he ruin a parlay?
He needed 15 points. End of the night with 13. I really should be mad at you because I would never bet on you in the first place. No disrespect. No, some disrespect. Fuck you. But a buddy of mine who makes bread nonstop.
Brian?
Bro, he's like, yeah, fucking Desmond Bane, 20 points tonight. Lock it in. I'm like, really? He hasn't done it in 2 months. A month. Lock it in, 20 points. Okay, all right. I locked it in, 13 points. Fuck you, Desmond Bain. But to what players AG's developed, so you mentioned a couple good names. So Alex Anzalone, he was what, 4th round, 5th round?
Desmond Bain scored 20-plus points 5 days ago.
Yeah, dude. Fuck him.
And then 30 the night before that. And then 26 the night before that. And 27 2 games before that. 37 the night before that. 30 and
then 13 last
Dude's
night.
been balling.
Fuck Desmond Bain.
Dude, who else is
I
balling?
do not want his team.
It's Memphis. That team has nothing.
He just ruined your fucking bet, so you're salty.
Yeah, I am.
He's averaging 23.6 on 44%, 35
You want me to
from 3.
unfuck him? I'm not. Fuck Desmond Bain. Not unfucking him.
Jason Tatum, all right.
He's like Jason Tatum, but shorter.
He's like Jason Tatum, but with shooting. But I just want to talk about the players that AG's developed, or helped develop, I should say, because I do want to give credit to guys like Calvin Shepard and whoever else been working with a lot of these guys too.
Good Piston segment, Chris.
Good Piston segment.
Thank you. It's my best one yet.
Oh, we got to go to break.
Oh.
Tell us about Glorious, Chris.
All right, Glorious Cannabis. Glorious Cannabis is back just in time with a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue, named after your Detroit Pistons. It smells so good. It's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. It's a gassy, aggressive strain. And if you have not had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you are missing out. They are so smooth. You can find them at Dispo Dispensary for 25% off using the promo code Woodward at checkout.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White and Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Childhood may be over, but playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment, sales, service, and parts. Carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, LS Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes region with locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playground.
Bonjourno.
Arrivederci.
Let's get the lights up, please.
Take it off.
Man. Whatever way you guys want it. If it's no that wins, it comes off. If it's just that wins, it stays on. But can we get the likes up?
Take it off.
200 plus. We even got 100 likes in this thing. Come on, guys. Come on. Yes, no giddy in this thing. Time for a mailbag segment. Send you guys questions in. Number one, Zakwa says, who wins tonight? Vikings or the Bears? Benny, I'll let you go first.
I think it's going to be the Vikings, man. The Pastronaut, dude. The Pastronaut's real. Vikings have been playing great. I need my guy TJ Hawkinson to eat. Well, I really don't because my fantasy matchup's wrapped up, but I can still use a nice little cushion just for fun. But I think the Vikings are going to win. They're better. They have better skill players. They're better coached. And Pastronaut's on a roll. I like Josh Dobbs, man. I do. I kind of want to buy a Josh Dobbs jersey, but I can't because he's on the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm going to say, what the fuck?
Purple's my favorite color. Josh Dobbs is fun to root for.
What the fuck?
I got a Blackhawks jersey.
No. Oh, that's even worse.
Spartan Dog.
Nah, I don't care. That's even worse.
Spartan Dog.
I hate the Blackhawks since they got fucking face.
You don't even watch fucking hockey.
I know. I was getting ready to.
I was getting ready to.
I was
about to.
But then
I was getting ready to. I was warming up.
I was finna watch it.
But what happened was
then Connor fuckface with the Chicago.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy. I'm not obviously not gonna buy a jersey.
Sorry for some of you afterwards. You got kids in the car.
But I like Dobbs. He's fun to watch, man. He's a fun story, fun guy to root for.
That's fair.
I
like Dobbs too. I got Vikings as well.
What's up, JB?
I mean, it's a little bit of breaking news. This is from Dove off of Twitter right now. The guys already said that, Frank Wright has been fired and let go from the Carolina Panthers, but now emerging new coach could be Greg Olsen. He is interested in the head coaching job for Carolina Panthers.
That place is
I hope that happens. I swear to God, that would
taking
be
him
so
off Fox so he can coach.
That would be so fucking funny.
Listen,
if
last
they
week
fired Frank Wright and hired Greg Olsen.
he was on for the but I do like Greg Olsen.
I like him in the booth. Yeah.
He had the funniest college football commercial, or he's like mimicking. He's saying fucking sayings for Terry Bradshaw. He's like, "Are you doing a Terry Bradshaw right now?"
Yeah, that was a pretty funny
He's
commercial.
Like, you reckon I could say butter my biscuit?
You reckon I could say, well, slap me on the butt and call me a biscuit or something? Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit?
Yeah, that shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
But what a shit show. I mean, I like Greg Olsen, but last week we golfed through an absolute fucking duck. The shit was like doing this in the fucking air. He goes, well, Jameson Williams was even looking.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Did you miss it? There was a wounded duck got in the building. How the hell?
We got a mailbag question for you. Why are you a diehard Vikings
No, I don't
fan?
read that, guys. This guy is not going to pay me my money.
Sure.
He came here last week with a fake fuck. This guy gets no respect. I wish I could block him. I mean, I could, but I'm more respectful.
I also have the starting five for the Pistons tonight if you guys want.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So,
Super Bowl.
Duran will be your center. You got Isaiah Stewart playing power forward. Asor Thompson is your small forward. Ivy, shooting guard. And Cade will be your point guard tonight.
Easy's not watching anymore.
Yeah, Easy's not watching.
Well, damn.
Mailbag, do you think CJ can replace Jerry Jacobs when he comes back? No. Jerry Jacobs is, CJ is like a nickel/safety.
Yeah,
guy.
he's not playing outside.
I fucking wish it worked that way, brother. I wish it worked that way. I don't think that would happen. Mailbag, what are these bumps on the fringe of my sack? Spenny, that sounds like a question for you.
Yeah, could be HPV.
Which, I mean, there's a guy in our gym got it from, like, a tournament.
What do I look like?
Like HPV, you just get it from, like, human contact. You don't even have to, like, be fucking.
Yeah.
You get it from jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Fighting, wrestling.
Yeah, sure.
Mailbag.
Wrestling boys.
Really concerned about Spencer's thyroid. He should get that checked out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, you should.
I can't.
You can.
I don't have time to go to the doctor.
You could just take a holiday like Mike Gentry.
No, I can't take a holiday.
Bro, this guy doesn't even share what he does for extra money.
I can't afford a day off.
Now.
I literally can't afford to take it. I'm already taking a day off next week.
For what? So why didn't you want to go eat and drink for free on Friday? Did you want to go and spend money?
That's out of principle.
That's
poor principle.
I'm with that principle though.
If there's any time not to exercise a principle, it is when shit is for free.
See, I don't like.
There's so many more times you could have executed principle, and you didn't do it. You gotta tell your brother. Just get it over with. Make up.
My brother.
Free food, free drink. I'm coming. If I'll go to your brother's house and you're not there.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be a bad look on you, my
You're
guy.
really gonna go,
brother? I think we all should go.
I don't think we should.
And then migrate elsewhere, and then take some with us.
He's bringing this up again.
I'm just saying, if there's any time there's so many more times you could have stood on principle with him. The one time is like stuff
Listen,
for
my
free.
brother's
The time
a total
is now.
fucking,
Saturday's
my brother's a total fucking bitch though.
It's your brother.
And I don't even want to see him there.
But
I know you love my brother a lot more than I do.
Yeah,
especially
I don't.
Especially recently, like these past couple days.
What do you mean?
You've been pushing my brother's agenda pretty hard.
How the past couple days?
Especially today.
Today, because he's offering free food and drink Saturday.
Yeah, you've been pushing.
And we're poor. What do you mean?
You've been pushing my brother's agenda pretty hard.
Yeah.
No, the other stuff you've
been talking to my brother behind my back.
Been not talking to your brother behind your back. But if I got an invite to stand on principle, it's like one time I'm not gonna do it is when he's giving us stuff for free.
But what about our other brother is gonna be gone forever? And he's not gonna show up to my brother's house.
Listen, I'm tight with that brother.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna talk to him. I think that's the game plan. Because here's the other thing too. Like there's already like relationships established at your brother's house on Saturday. I'm talking about like fucking relationships. Like girls are gonna be there.
Yeah.
That we have opportunities, like hot girls too.
Yeah.
That we could totally help migrate to fucking elsewhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, just
I get it. It's not going to take a lot to talk me into it. That's all I'm saying.
all right, cool. That's cool.
It's really not going to take a lot to talk. I was standing on business for my other brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
me too.
Yeah.
I'll talk to him. Remember when that brother was like sticking up for your brother?
Yeah.
He used to be like one of the
Yeah.
only guys.
Oh yeah. When he first
Give your brother a chance.
When he first got brought back to the family, yeah.
Yeah. No.
But then he just realized that our brother was a
cousin,
complete cousin, dude. But that'll do it for today. Appreciate y'all tapping into the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review. For Eazy, for Chris, for JB, for my bitch ass brother. I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Bitch ass brother.